Why am I getting Skype notifications? What's going on? Jesus Christ, if I just lost time-wise because of Skype, bro, I'm gonna go crazy. Guys, Skype sucks booty hole, okay? Never forget. What's up, guys? It's day 202 on our journey to 2000. And in today's video, we're gonna go over 18 or so games I played after yesterday's loss. It's the first time I kind of binge played in a while. And I didn't get mad when I lost, which is good, but I lost a bunch of elo. We'll go over it. And then also we're gonna play a 10-minute rapid game. Also, let me know if you guys like the new lighting. I kind of changed it up a little bit. And yeah, let's get started. All right, so in this first game, I go into the Pirts. And my opponent plays kind of with the bishop, vienna, and plays kind of passively as well. So I kind of play the way I play a little differently. I trade bishops. I feel like I'm in a good position, but this guy's a 1787 rating, which I was before. But it got to my head. And I was like, oh, he's gonna be much better than me. But the funny thing is, he kind of messes up and blunders a rook. The sad thing is, I don't know how to take advantage of it. I can't figure out how to push through, and he ends up coming in with this fork, which I completely missed. Very basic fork, and I lose the rook, and I go on to lose this game. That was the first game after the game that I won yesterday. The second game kind of goes similarly. I kind of start off again against someone higher rated than me, but I start off just really well in a line that I know, which is the Vienna gambit. You gambit a pawn, but when they bring the knight out, you kind of take a lot of space and you're just winning. And you could see I'm winning. Even though I'm down a pawn, it's as if I'm up a pawn, which is crazy. But after this move, I just didn't know what to do. And apparently the best move is just to attack directly. If he attacks you here, then you go back to g1. And the idea is there are no checks, so you don't worry about this. The rook covers it. And these are going to fall soon. It's overextended pawns. At least that's what I think the idea is. But I don't do that. I sacrifice the knight purposefully to get quick development, which actually is not bad. Like, if you see here, we're down 2 points of material, but the computer says it's even, and it's for precisely the reason I said, I think. But I stupidly think I have some sort of target here, and I push my knight forward, and once he attacks it, I'm like, wait, what did I do by pushing the knight here? It literally does nothing. And I sacked another piece to try to get in. I also recognized that I would have this fork, so I would win the knight back, so it would be okay. Which is correct, but everything kind of changes. And here I blundered big time. I saw this blunder, but my opponent didn't. My queen is actually trapped. If I go somewhere like here, he traps it. There's nowhere I can go. The knight covers this square, and I can't go anywhere here. But my opponent missed it, so it's like I was given a second chance. I made some space for my queen to get away, and then I didn't know how to break through, and I missed this pin. Knight comes in, forks the queen and rook, and the game just it's over. I resign because this is just a mate. Okay, what's the next game? Finally, I start to play a little better. We're going to this Pirts, and I actually play the best lines. I kind of recall the bishop being here, and I just go straight for attacking it. But bro, the Pirts is so complicated, so yeah, this is what happens. I'm like, oh, free pawn, it's definitely the right move. He just gives me a knight, and I'm like, okay, I'm in good shape to win this game. I think the guy messaged me, I thought it was mate in the middle of the game. I was like, it happens to the best of us. Whenever I'm nice to people that I'm beating, I end up losing. But I pushed this pawn. He could have came in. Oh, I didn't even see this. He could have came in with a check and win the bishop. I didn't even see that. I don't know why I didn't take a free freaking pawn. I really don't understand my thinking. But we just close off the position. I try to get in, and things are actually looking pretty good. I had this sweet little trick with the rook and bishop, and I come in with all these pieces, and I didn't know how else to break in here, and here I blunder. I blunder because I forget that my bishop is... I knew my bishop would get taken, but for some reason I just resigned to that fact that it'll be taken. I was like, if the bishop is taken, it's taken. I have a lot of pressure against his king. What I didn't recognize is it's being taken with check, and he actually had a mate in 4. This is complicated for my small brain, but apparently the difference here is when I give up the bishop, he has no way to come into the position. If he does something like this, I probably have some mate here. Right, this is what I would probably play, even though there is an error classifying that move. So it's kind of funny. I didn't recognize that giving up my bishop was the best move, and I was wondering why he doesn't come in with his queen I actually calculated a way for him to checkmate me here, which is kind of funny. He had, where was it? My God, stop saying there was an error classifying. There was something with the queen coming in and then coming here or something like that. I can't recall exactly. I mean, in this case, it doesn't make sense. I went the rook, but there's something like that. Anyway, he doesn't do that and it ends up in a draw, which is kind of funny. Anyway, the next game here, my opponent played with like 90% accuracy. Look at his rating, 1853. So far, I was on a winning streak playing 1 game a day with you guys. I play alone. I lost like 2 games, drew a game, and then I versed this 1853 rated player. And, oops, I kind of mess up. I guess because of his rating, again, it gets in my head, and I'm like, oh, it's a free pawn. Then I'm like, oh, wait, it's not a free pawn because this is threatening checkmate. I have to give up the knight. And I still try to fight, and I think I do a pretty decent job trying to fight, but it kind of falls apart here, and I just resign because this is a forced mate sequence. The next game, I actually he offered to rematch, and I was like, yeah, because I need practice against stronger players than me. It's okay if I lose elo, right? And you guys should think like this if you don't already. So I do that, and my opponent just gives up a bishop on purpose, and I'm like, bro, come on. For some reason, I don't take the free pawn. I think I was just scared that he would get too much the initiative. He would push too many pieces forward. But I started feeling comfortable with my pieces, and even though he gave me a free piece, I'm down material. He gets in, and there's actually nothing I could do. I just resign here because this is completely losing. He comes in with the check. He's even promoting here, right? So this is very bad. The next game, finally I win a game. I play with 99.6% accuracy in the Sicilian. I've played it so many times that I know that the knight coming here and the queen not allowing the king to castle is an idea. And typically people will put their queen here to trade. And then you could go back with your queen, you could take and trade, but then you're helping him develop the knight. Whatever, the game continues. But he developed his knight. And he left my queen there, which allowed me to kind of break through the position. And he just resigned here because I'm threatening a checkmate. And he can't do anything. He's just down a piece, essentially. I could take this pawn. I don't even know. How do you get out of this? Like, maybe you move here or something. I think the way I thought of it is you have to give up your queen here, which I think is the best move. So he resigned, and in 13 moves I won. So that was pretty cool. That felt good. The next game, we go into the Vienna gambit again. And I play all the best moves, but the idiot that I am spent a lot of time calculating here. I spent 1.5 minutes calculating this sequence. And I calculated this, and I thought, this is terrible, I'm losing the game. Because I forgot that the bishop watches the h1 square, so he can't take the rook. And because of that, the stupid idiot that I am moves the king forward, thinking that, oh my god, this guy knows all the book moves. He's owning me, man. By the way, I went below 1700 with this game. No, there was none of that. And then I see this checkmate, but he doesn't see it. I'll give you guys a second to try to look for the checkmate. The checkmate is just knight here. He doesn't see the checkmate. And so he starts like developing more pieces, and I'm just like, bro, why am I still playing this game? There's no reason, but you know, I say not to resign, and I didn't until it looked completely hopeless, which was here. In this game, we go for a Pierce, and he kind of comes in quickly, but I'm kind of a little familiar with this position from studying it on Chessable all those years ago, months ago. And I was waiting for the perfect time to bring my knight here. Apparently, I should have done it before. But the game kind of continues, and I feel like I'm in a better position here. It's very interesting how you could kind of feel things just sometimes. And just a few moves later, he hangs his queen and resigns. So, you know, even 1600s hang queens. Here, bro, this game was so cool, the Scandinavian. I learned from playing that this knight move is not great, because the king has nowhere to go to, worst case scenario. So instead, I put the bishop there. And this pawn move just looked like it made sense, so I played it. And like, I'm just making moves that kind of make sense in my head. Well, apparently here, I could have gone knight d5, threatening, which is a very popular thing in the Sicilian, I feel like. Threatening this, threatening the queen, and actually, I don't know what you do here as black. I really don't know. I guess this is what you do, what he just did. And then the knight comes here to protect, I guess, and it's a really cool kind of looking position, you know? And apparently it's completely winning, I guess, because you have so much developed. But these are hard, I think, for people my level or around my level, any of you guys. Doesn't it feel a little harder to understand how to position yourself when you know you're winning development-wise, positional-wise, but you're not up material? I feel like it's hard to break through to the next level or whatever. For example, if he brings his knight, like, what do I do next? The computer says take. Okay, like, now I see this, I'm like, okay, this makes sense. But I don't think it's that, like, simple. Like, oh, this comes here, my rooks are connected. Like, okay, this is a little easier to understand how to break through. But when you're not up much material, it's a little hard. And here I was up 1 pawn, so... And then 2 pawns it would have been. So I don't really see that. I castle. And I bring the knight here, which was very stupid. Here, I could have, again, just gone for this attack. I thought going for the... I don't remember even what I thought. I just really... I thought, oh, this will be cool. I have c3. The queen protects the knight. Which is true, but, like, what then? And then here, I just get this beautiful kind of position. Where this just looks beautiful. I mean, come on, right? It's like this even I could figure out how to do something there. And here I had an idea, and the idiot that I am, I literally spent like, I don't know, 30 seconds or I spent like 30 seconds thinking of this idea, and I saw it. And the idea was here, checkmate. But I get so nervous in games that I just push the pawn, trying to make it a more complicated thing, and then I go for the checkmate. Whatever, I get the checkmate anyway. So it doesn't matter, I guess. Here we go into the Caro Khan, and I actually forgot I was playing against a 2000, one of you guys. And he told me, hey, listen, in this line, don't trade everything. Go bishop c4. You can't take with the knight, by the way, because this, at least that's my understanding. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not a big deal. But you can't do that. So I go for this trade, and I forget that I can just bring the bishop. It feels hard not to take right away. You know, like, oh, now the pawn's protected. Now what do I do? Type thing. But I do have all this pressure, and again, this positional play is very, very hard for me to understand. If someone has a suggestion of a chess book where they have exercises that help you go through that, or something else, let me know. I should get back to my chess book, but I haven't been doing it much. But regardless, yeah, if you have any resource that you think could help and you're a high-rated player, let me know. Anyway, we go into this position, and everything looks okay. My pawns, I feel like, are a little too far gone. But he comes in, and I actually get lucky that he doesn't see this, winning my rook. And I'm like, oop, I made a mistake, so I moved my rook. And we have all this stuff going on. And it's a weird game. It's a very weird game. But he trades in here. I'm feeling pretty okay. I'm breaking through, and I get lucky. I get lucky here because he blunders this discovered check, allowing me to basically be a step away from getting a queen. I get the queen, and a few moves later, I get a checkmate. Kind of lucky, a little bit. And then the next game we have a Pierce. He brings the bishops together. Again, from studying the stuff I studied, I understood that this bishop's not going to do much, this light squared bishop in the Pierce, so trading it off is a good idea, because that knight could be annoying coming into the position. Anyway, this is what kind of happens, and we trade a bunch of stuff, and, you know, I missed some really big things, but I don't want to spend too much time on this stuff. And I'm thinking, I love this position that I am in, and I actually understand that this is a great position to be in, because even though we're equal material, you know, I don't know. The knight seems better placed here than his bishop. There's some pressure on this pawn, but it doesn't seem to matter much. And I'm thinking, oh my god, I have this fork. I'm going to win the game. What's wrong with me? I'm playing like it's poo-poo head, bro. I don't know what I'm doing. And, but you know, you can't give up, so I don't give up. I kind of go through the position, go through the game. I try to maybe do something, and sometimes it's good to give up. Anyway, he does all this. I'm like, there's a lot of pieces on the board. Maybe he'll draw. He has 7 seconds left. He draws. Isn't that hilarious? That's why you don't resign. I know he was getting low on time. He was overthinking easy positions at times, so that's what happened there. And at this point, I'm a 1720 rated player. I was 1725 when I played with you guys, something like that. But I'm like, nah, I wanna keep playing. So, you know, I keep playing, and is this? Yeah, this is the same game. I keep playing, and let's see what happens. I play with 50% accuracy. I go into the Caro-Kann, and again, when people message me, bro, it gets in my head. The guy's like, damn, I don't like this line of the Caro-Kann. And I see his rating, and I'm like, I respond, yeah, I always play the fantasy as a result. You know, I'm just like chilling. I have to be mean. I don't know. I have to be like, yeah, well, you should study it. You suck, blah, blah, blah. Because when I'm nice, I just make such easy mistakes. And look at this. I'm thinking, this is fine. This is my king is fine. I've fallen for this trick before. Like, come on move 7, I get checkmated. It's so very embarrassing. Because typically queens are in front when you have this battery type of checkmates. But this is a very popular line that's happened to me before. So that was a little annoying, and I think I started playing a little bit on tilt. And to be honest, this line I was okay with. You know, it felt kind of familiar a little bit, and I felt like I was winning in this position, and I was winning. I was up a pawn, and my position was good until I took this, and I just played terribly. This bishop's gonna fall, and I tried to take it back, but after a while I realized it's impossible to do anything. By the way, I gave up my knight here trying to open up lines. I even considered sacking this rook to get into the position, but this knight was super annoying. Very good defender. The knights really stopped me from doing anything. The knight stopped me from checking, winning the rooks, from getting into the position. So, you know, I end up losing this game, and I resign. I mean, this is a resignable position. My best move was to give up my queen because this is a checkmate. So I go into another game, and I'm feeling pretty bad about myself. But we go into the Pierts again, and, you know, I'm actually not playing half bad. I thought this position was really, really cool. I spent some time thinking here, but I didn't recognize I had a forced mate here. That was not the forced mate. It was like this. I didn't realize this was a forced mate. But, you know, a move later, I realized I have some crazy stuff, and I have this mate, and I saw this. And this felt like a puzzle, man. Like, if someone gives you this position, right? This position right here. This is a puzzle, a mate in 3 puzzle. So freaking cool, and it's exactly what happened. So I thought that was a really cool thing. It got me feeling good again. And it was a quick victory. Here we go again with isn't that a song? Here we go. Here we go again. I forgot the name of the song. Maybe it's Here We Go Again. Anyway, again we have this Vienna gambit, and I'm pretty comfortable with all the stuff that's going on here. I don't think anything crazy happens. But I don't know exactly what to do here, and I just remember from a lot of lines in the past that this pawn actually pushes forward, and a lot of good stuff happens with that pawn. By the way, really clever move here. If I didn't move the king forward, he has this check that just looks brutal. For example, I don't know, let's say I come here. This looked a little scary, but computer says it's not scary, so, you know, I'm not a computer. Anyway, I go like this. I didn't see the knight capture, which was stupid of me. And I just trade stuff and try to get into the position, and apparently I had a very, very strong move here. And that move was queen f7. And I was calculating queen f7. The idea being if he takes, there's a back rank checkmate. I was calculating this move, but I thought, you know, I thought check, and then here, and then he gets in the position, and I thought this was a really bad position for me. I'm just stupid, man. I'm just stupid. I didn't take the risk, and I even calculated it, and I'm running low on time, so I'm just trying to play okay. We trade the queens, and he has this pawn, and, you know, because he's trying to you know, beat me on time, he hangs his rook. So I'm like, okay, all I need to do, I can play this well. There's 10 seconds. I could just, you know, I can maneuver correctly and win the pawn at the right time, and I run out of time. I run out of time. What I should have done, to be honest, I should have just gone for the draw. I should have done this. This is what I should have done. That's it. But, you know, I tried to take the risk. It's, you know, sometimes you take a risk, it works out. Sometimes you take a risk, it doesn't work out. Anyway, here I knew I was in a weird position, but I kind of get myself back into the rhythm of stuff. And we trade, and stuff goes on. And but then he gets his knight and rook in somehow. I somehow get out of the mess. And it's complicated. It feels like I should be winning, but I'm actually not. And these pawns are actually a big threat. He has 3 freaking passed pawns, and I just play it wrong. I just play it completely wrong. The funny thing is, I calculated the pawn coming, the king coming here. I thought this was terrible because of this check. I thought, where does my king go? This looks like a terrible set of moves, but I didn't realize he can't actually push, because then I have this preventing him from making a queen. The stupid idiot that I am, though, you know. I make a queen, but he checkmates. So a lot of close games, a lot of interesting games, a lot of weird games, and here, what happens is we trade a bunch of stuff and we get into this position. By the way, I saw this knight fork, so I wasn't playing on tilt, and that's why I moved my knight here to prevent that fork. And we get into this position. I know I'm gonna win the pawn eventually. I do. And after I win the pawn, I'm like, okay, this should be easy. And he gives up a knight for some reason. And I trade queens. And this is a little tricky maneuvering. But he resigns after that move. And then those were all the games. You know, those were all the games. Hopefully you enjoyed. Anyway, let's get into our own game now. After all that, by the way, I became a 1703 rated player. Jesus. Guy I'm versing is 1800. But that doesn't matter. 1800 doesn't matter. It means that, you know, he could have just reached 1800. Anytime you're around 18 or 17 or any of those marks, people play differently. Okay. Now this hints at an Austrian attack, but we don't know yet, so let me just go g6. Wow. That's very premature. We could take. I think we're gonna bring the knight back, targeting this. If he takes, we just take back like this. We have the 2 center pawn. It's funny, the 1800 is playing out of theory, or at least it seems out of theory to me. But maybe that's how this person became an 1800. So, okay, I could bring the knight here, targeting the pawn. He could connect them. I could fianchetto the bishop. I like this idea. He could push the pawn. Let's fianchetto. Now, I want to push this pawn here, because that's a common way to counterattack. But then it does allow him to take here. But maybe we're okay with that, because this comes with check. Yeah, let's take here. I think I played this badly. It's still too early to say. Let's just play. Okay, I mean, we can castle here. Yeah, let's castle. Why am I getting Skype notifications? What? Okay, this bishop is annoying. Can we target it somehow? I'm not sure. Let's just develop. We'll bring the knight here. Takes. That looks good. Okay, let's go here. We might lose this pawn, but I think it's okay. Yep. To be expected. We can take. Reason is if we take like this, we target the bishop. Here I saw this bishop move. Then the queen takes. Maybe let's just take. Ugh, that knight's actually kind of annoying. Maybe here and here. Feels a little slow. Oh my god, the Skype notifications are... I'm gonna open Skype and just... I'm gonna quit it. Can I quit Skype? Why am I getting Skype notifications? What's going on? What the... Jesus Christ, if I just lost time-wise because of Skype, bro, I'm gonna go crazy. I had to reopen OBS. It froze. Just from deleting Skype. Oh, okay. Anyway, guys, Skype sucks booty hole, okay? Never forget. I'm gonna start playing fast. I literally spent 1:48 seconds on that move, which I would never do. Jesus Christ. Takes. I don't want that. Let's move the queen here and try to win the knight. But then he has this check winning the bishop. Okay, I guess we have to take. Bishop here stops the rook. King to g7. King to g7 runs into this check, actually, which could be annoying. We're gonna go bishop f5. This bishop's super annoying. We're gonna try to play faster. If we could get our rook here, that would be nice, but you know. Yeah, this move kind of saw coming. We could come rook here. He takes with check. We come here. Can he check again? Yeah, but he probably moves a pawn forward. I don't like that set of moves, though. What about bishop takes, rook comes here, bishop comes here, knight comes away with a check, king comes here, bishop comes... I think, honestly, taking here is fine. Is that crazy? Takes here, bishop here. Is there some sort of discovered check that loses a piece? No. He just moves. Let's do it. Of course, pushing the pawn forward could be annoying. This looks fine. Okay. We saw king coming here, and then nothing really. Bishop comes here, pawn comes here. Let's do that. Okay. Clever move. Go here. Okay, he gets rid of that. Also a clever move. I would want to come here, but then the knight takes. Pawn pushes. Go king here. I don't know. We don't have too much time to think about this position. Rook here looks good. Let's keep the bishop pair. Okay, where can the knight travel? Anywhere annoying? Nah, not really. But we could do this. We could do this. Let's do this. Okay, we come here, protect the pawn. Also have this, winning the other pawn. Okay, we go here. Do we want to trade? No, we probably go here. Really, this knight is almost trapped. It has this spot. Here. Let's take. So he takes and we take. That looks good. We could come here. Is this just a drawn position? I get the pawn a little closer, I guess. Here. 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 He is gonna win this pawn. That's not good. Whoa. Okay, he's not gonna win the pawn. Now he's not. We just move the king, the bishop here, no? Okay. This is going to be a drawn position for sure. I don't know why we just didn't press draw. Alright, let's go over the game. Ooh, what a weird game. Let's see what the rating was. We played with 89.1% accuracy. Wow. And we shaved 1 minute 43 seconds. Bro, imagine we would have won against the 1800 because we shaved 1 minute 40 seconds just figuring the stupid Skype thing out. And we were pretty much tied on time. Ooh, whatever. Can't get mad at that. Wow, this is pretty impressive. 4 mistakes is not impressive, but, you know, 39 best moves, that's pretty cool. No blunders. He had 1 miss. I played like a 2300. He played like a 2200. Jesus. All right, let's go over the game. So this is the Pierts. I didn't take, but maybe I could have done this. Maybe. Computer likes this. Or rather this. Sorry, kidding. Now, if he comes forward, we just take. And actually, in a lot of lines, I believe castling here is actually fine. Which is kind of funny, because it opens up the rook. Which looks like computer agrees. But anyway, that's not what happened. I go in with this attack, which I felt like wasn't a great move afterwards. But yeah, c6 was the better move, computer says. Makes sense. Just developing a piece. All of this was just the only moves to really make. And then here's where the stupid computer thing hit. What was the best move here? Queen d8. Okay. And this was another mistake. Queen c6. Bro, making subtle queen moves are sometimes very difficult. I didn't like this because then the rook is here and there's the discovered attack. But the computer says, hey, stupid. It doesn't matter because you have this. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's actually crazy. Look at that. The bishop comes out attacking the queen. That idea does come into fruition. The queen has to stay on this line to protect the bishop. He could take here. We take. Is this really that good? I guess we're up. We're gonna... No, yeah, I don't really understand. I guess this is why? You can't... Oh yeah, that is why. What do you do here? Jesus. Oh, he can't go there. Wow, this is some interesting stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Very interesting. Like, let's say someone comes here. Wow. So, but you know, I didn't play it like that. I had a feeling I could have been up a pawn, but I don't know. I didn't play it well. Yeah, I thought, you know, I was doing good here. Yeah, the bishop move was not good. Apparently, f5 was better. Really? Guys, I'm targeting a pawn. But here I'm targeting a pawn too. What's the difference? Someone knows, let me know. I'm not sure what the difference is exactly, but yeah, I played all the best moves here. All of this was fine. Raiding rook's probably not necessary. Maybe that's what kind of meant that it was going to be a drawn game. Whoa, really? I think this was my best move. Maybe no. Okay, no, I did not think that. What was my best move here? Maybe here, attack. Of course it's here, because look at this. Oh my god, bro. Holy schmoly. He would be forced to trade off his bishop, and that's a winning position. So, yeah, I really played badly there. And, yeah, well, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great one. And if you watched this far, say light. Let there be light, you could say, if you want, because there's, like, new lighting. I don't know. Hopefully you guys like it. I know it's a bit of a long video, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great one, and bye-bye.